Today, I'm going to show you how to perform a forced defrost run on 4 different types of Samsung refrigerators. These are the most popular versions on the market that I know of. You'd want to do this if you want to clear ice from the ice maker, the evaporator panel system, or if the freezer is not cooling properly. As a note, you could unplug the refrigerator and that would terminate the forced defrost test if you can't get back into it to end the running cycle, but there are other ways typically to take care of it, and I'm going to try to show this for all the models. This is the first style that has 6 buttons on the top, 3 on the left and 3 on the right. It's usually an older Samsung style of refrigerator. To put this style refrigerator into defrost, we want to press and hold the power freeze and fridge buttons simultaneously and hold them for 8 seconds. Once you've done this properly, the screen will turn blank and beep. You will then press the fridge button to cycle through the various offered modes. Some models will have different options for forced defrost, but the letters RD stand for refrigerator defrost, and the letters FD stand for freezer or forced defrosting of the whole unit. Once the mode is selected, the compressor and all the fans will shut off and begin the defrost cycle. The refrigerator will continue to beep as it runs, or at least tries to run the cycle. Eventually, you should hear hissing or slight popping sounds as the ice is removed from behind the panel. Now, this entire defrost cycle could take up to 20 minutes. And once the system has been run for about 20 minutes, you can either unplug the refrigerator or reactivate the forced display mode and then cycle through the blank screen to disable the forced defrost mode. To enter the forced defrost mode, press and hold the energy saver and fridge buttons on the interface on the one that you see here. But the deal is, some models are going to have different labeling on the front, and in those cases, use the buttons circled. You will use the top left and middle right, regardless of what the name says. Continue and hold these 2 buttons for 8 seconds, and it should then trigger the forced mode, which has an audible beep. From there, you can press the middle right button to cycle through these following 4 modes. The RD will defrost just the refrigerator cabinet. The FD will defrost the refrigerator, freezer, and ice maker. To start the mode, leave it on this for 6 to 8 seconds, and it will shut the compressor off and begin the defrost. It will end by itself, or you could terminate it by going back into the entry of the forced modes again, and then cycle through to the 5th mode, which would be no code that is displayed. Leave it there for another 6 to 8 seconds, and the beeping will stop and the refrigerator defrost cycle will end immediately, essentially restarting your refrigerator. To get this unit into forced defrost, we need to use the manual operation mode. You're going to need to press and hold the fridge and flex zone buttons for 8 seconds until the display flashes. Once the display has flashed, you'll press the flex zone button and it will show you that it is now in the forced mode with the letters FF displayed. If you press it again, you'll then see the OFR code, which means it will run the compressor constantly at 3600 RPM. Pressing the button again shifts it to RD mode, which will constantly defrost the upper cabinet, the refrigerator portion. It will continue to beep constantly, letting you know that this forced defrost mode is running. If you press the button again, it will put it into FD mode, which is for defrosting the fresh food, the freezer, and the ice maker if you have an ice maker installed as well. The final button press will remove anything on the display, and if it stays in this situation for 8 seconds, it's going to cancel the forced manual defrost modes and return the refrigerator to its standard operating mode. For this one, I didn't have a lot of experience on, but I'm going to show you how to run forced defrost on the Family Hub system. On this Family Hub system, you're going to need to back out of any application you are on and then cycle through the applications until you find the Fridge Manager application, and this process could be different based on your style of Family Hub. Then on this screen, you should see something similar that gets displayed. When you get to it, you're going to tap the upper right, then upper left corners of the UI with your fingers multiple times. You'll need to tap right, then left, then right, then left, about 5 times total, so roughly 10 taps, until the engineering mode will appear on the screen. Once you have the engineering mode up, you're going to need to select Fridge, Function, Test, then Forced Defrost mode. From here, once you press that mode, it will begin to run the Forced Defrost mode of your selection. A chime noise will be made, and you can turn this off in your audio settings on the refrigerator, and like other modes, FD is going to run all your defrost heaters, and RD will run just the refrigerator defrost system. To end the forced defrost, you just press the Test Cancel button, and it will end the forced defrost mode on this Family Hub system. These are the most popular styles of defrost systems for Samsung refrigerators. Note that the button names could be different on the submodels, but what matters is location such as left, right, upper, or middle. One thing to note is if you're having problems with your refrigerator icing up and you had to learn how to use the forced defrost to handle that, I do have a lot of videos about your refrigerator frosting up and how to solve that beyond just the defrost code. So make sure to check my playlist and other videos. I will have a link to all of those in the description. Have a great day.